Hi, church family. I'm Sandy Stannard. I want to share some thoughts today about two things, prayer and generosity. Through prayer, I lift my praises to God for who He is and give thanks for His guidance and countless blessings. And so often I pray when I have worry or am burdened by my own circumstances or those of someone I love. I know God hears me, cares deeply about me, and works on my behalf. Mark 11:24 says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." I want to share a story about Danya Yadago and her experience with prayer growing up in a Christian family in war-torn Middle East. This is what she says. We were the only Christians in our village. When we shared the gospel with our neighbors, we received heavy persecution and death threats urging us to stop, or my father would be killed. At school, I was bullied for my faith. Often my heart sank deep within me as I felt the rejection from those around me, and poverty was taking over. We often lacked food and sometimes only had raw onion and bread for dinner. We lived in a small apartment with no furniture, couches, or beds. I desired to have new clothes, dolls, and toys, but we could not afford them, and I didn't receive gifts on Christmas or my birthday. Yet my parents continuously encouraged me to be content and to keep my eyes on Jesus. Mom recited Psalm 23 to me every night, and she taught me to pray and bring all my needs to God. During the season of darkness, Christian resources were limited, but a Christian radio station broadcasted 2 hours a day. My family desired to listen, but we could not afford a radio. Being a family of prayer, we brought this need to God. Then God pierced through our darkness. Amid the war, poverty, and persecution, I was given the gift of a beautifully wrapped shoebox packed by someone halfway across the world who wanted to show me God's love. My family gathered to open the shoebox. As I opened it, my heart was filled with joy. I found many things that were an answer to my prayers. There were hygiene items, school supplies, and many beautiful toys. We rejoiced over each of them, but there was another surprise awaiting us. Inside the shoebox was a smaller box, and inside that box we found a mini radio. Out of millions of boxes, God orchestrated that box to come specifically to my family with what we needed and had prayed for. That day, as I sat in our room holding my box, the darkness did not go away, but it was overcome by God's light. God cared so deeply for this family and answered their prayer for a radio. And that brings me to generosity. The family that packed and sent that box had a heart of generosity and showed it with their actions. 1 John 3 tells us about the ultimate gift of generosity. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need, but has no mercy on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. One way might be to pack a shoebox to bless a child somewhere in the world. There's still a week left to join our church in doing this. You can go to Samaritan's Purse website to find details on packing a box yourself or doing it all online. Whatever you choose to do, I want to encourage us all today to love with our actions and out of a heart of generosity. Take care.